Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be locking in this set with MT, but not on my own account. I don't have MT on my account, and my boy Anthony's a goat. He has MT on his account. He said I could hop on and lock in the set. He locks it in every week anyway, because he be grinding the game more than anybody I know, like legitimately. This dude is out here grinding. He's gotten every single mode reward pretty much this entire season. He is a big time grinder and is always playing the game and making MT. And when you are like that, you make a lot of MT each week. So he's been able to lock in a lot of these sets with MT this season and build a really good squad. And I've been using his account for a ton of gameplays because he's always getting cards and grinding stuff, free cards, gambling cards, all that type of stuff just from grinding the game. And so really appreciate him for letting me do this video on his account as well. And we're going to buy this Anthony Simons here with MT. We're going to lock in the set and we're going to see which dark matter we do get out of this lock-in. Obviously, this is not my own account, but hopefully we'll get somebody good for him. I say dark matter. It could theoretically also be a 100 overall. It is possible to get Kristaps Porzingis or Vince Carter, or it might technically be possible to get T-Mac. I don't think it's possible to get Go T-Mac out of these lock-ins, though. I think it's just these 5 cards. With that being said, this is probably the first week in a while where I would truly say every card you get is at the very minimum a very good card, if not a truly incredible card. Rudy Gay is going to be top tier at the shooting guard position. Karl Malone, really good small forward. Chet Holmgren, really good power forward. And then obviously KP and Vince are both elite level 100 overalls as well, especially KP. As a whole, it's a really deep, really good drop this week, and I'm interested to see which cards we can get. Obviously, John Wall, while his animations aren't quite as good as I thought, he'll be a fun point guard as well. Corey Maggette and Rocco both look like budget B shooting guards, and Anthony Simons doesn't look bad either. So as a whole, I mean, it's a pretty decent drop with MT this week. So and with all the lock-in rewards being good, it's the type of drop where if you have the MT to lock in, it kind of makes sense to try to do so this week. So before we hop into actually open up this pack and lock this in and all that type of stuff, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. So Anthony Simons is 52,500 MT in total with these other two guys as well, and John Wall. It's a total of 315 plus about 125, so about that's what 440 plus. I mean, it's slightly under 500,000 MT if you do it like this. If you grind out the deluxe pack before locking in and guarantee yourself at least a Galaxy Opal, that will cut off at least 52k from the price, if not more than that. And you can grind out that deluxe pack. I'm not even making a video specifically on it this week, so I'll actually talk about it real quickly in this video because I'm not gonna make a video on it. But you can grind this out by completing these 7 challenges, which is score 50 points in the paint with spark players over multiple games, super easy. Win a game using 5 Magic players, also super easy. Make 50 dunks over multiple multiplayer games, very easy. 43 pointers over triple threat offline or online games or co-op with Opal or higher. 50 points in a game with a shooting guard 2 times, not hard. 34 pointers over multiple clutch offline or online games. That's going to be a little bit time consuming, but it's not horrific, especially in clutch offline. And then splash zone spotlight challenges as well. As a whole, the 4-pointers are going to be kind of annoying. I will say that for the deluxe pack this week, but as a whole, I mean, if you grind that out, it will make locking in the set easier. So if you are one of those people trying to do that, I would recommend grinding the deluxe pack out. With that being said, let's hop right into it. Let's lock this set. Anthony Simons has been purchased, and let's officially lock this in. Splash Zone Dark Matter plus Unsellable pack. Locking in John Wall, Anthony Simons, Corey Maggette, and Robert Covington, and here we go. I don't know what the odds are, and I don't think it tells you anywhere what the odds are on getting a 100 overall versus a Dark Matter out of the Splash Zone pack. I have seen people recently, though, starting to get 100 overalls. I would think they're making the odds a little bit higher on 100 overalls as the year progresses. And especially now that there's 3 Dark Matters, 200 overalls. I'm sure the odds of 100 overall are still exceedingly low compared to a Dark Matter, but it is possible, and I have seen it happen to some people recently. So we're going to open this up, and we are going to get whoever we get, I guess. Honestly, if this was my account, I'd probably be wanting Rudy Gay, just because release, SIGs, all that type of stuff. Karl Malone will be really good as well, but I don't know if his release is unbelievably good. Same thing with Chet. They're both great cards, very complete, good animations. I don't think either of them, and it is a Dark Matter, not 100 overall. I was kind of hoping it'd be 100 overall, because obviously KP would be an incredible pull too. Vince would be pretty darn good. But with it being a Dark Matter, that narrows it down to either Karl Malone, Rudy Gay, or Chet Holmgren. Chet and Karl are both good cards, no doubt, elite level options at their position. But I would say a little bit worse probably than Rudy Gay. He is going to be the best bet, the most interesting option in this week's drop. And let's rip this open and see who we do get. Honestly, it's not my account, so I don't care as much. But for his sake, I kind of want Rudy. I guess that's probably... Oh, that's Karl Malone. I don't know. I'm not a big Karl Malone fan for other reasons. I think y'all probably know what I'm talking about. But I will say, he's damn good in 2K. Like, he tends to be really, really good. I know he's only 6'9", but his animations are elite. And I think his release, while not unbelievably good, I mean, he's pretty darn good. Like, I'd say he's pretty close to this 100 overall LeBron anyway. I don't know if he's going to make my boy Anthony's team because Anthony has a crazy squad. But he's definitely not the worst pull in the world. I mean, I do think he's actually a very good card. I'm pretty high on Karl Malone as an actual card. Now him as a person, not so much. But as a card, he's got exceptional stats. I mean, absolutely elite across the board. He's a phenomenal defender. And honestly, I don't dislike his release at all. I think Karl Malone base is actually pretty good. Not super pretty, but I think it's a pretty smooth, easy release. And as a whole, if his animations are as good as I think they are, he's definitely one of the better small forwards in the game. The small forward position is admittedly a pretty deep position, and they have dropped a lot of good free ones recently with guys like Josh Smith, Larry Nance, Tony Kukoc, etc. Even a viable Lamar Odom last week as well. Like a variety of small forward options have dropped recently, but Karl Malone is a very, very good one. As is Chet Holmgren, as is Rudy Gay. And if you're out there and you've been saving your MT the last couple weeks because the lock-ins the last couple weeks haven't been as interesting, I get it. I mean, the lock-ins have not been as interesting with a guy like Ray Allen pullable last week, although last week's lock-in was pretty interesting because anybody but Ray is really good. The week before was also pretty much anybody but Levine is pretty good, although Pippen and Booker actually might be a little worse than Giannis and Hakeem, although they're both very good. As a whole, I don't know. It's an interesting drop, and I don't think it's an incredible drop by any means this week, but I don't think it's a bad one either, and the depth of it is really, really nice. The fact that every card here is going to be a very, very good card on your team that you can 100% add to your lineup and have success with is a W, and that's the main reason why I'd say if you have the MT, locking this set in is probably the best bet. Because remember, at the end of the day, all MT is really useful for at this day and age is either opening packs, which I don't really recommend even with MT at this point because of the pack odds being so bad, or locking in the set. That's about the only thing you have to do with your MT that you're playing the game and grinding for. And if you are out there still grinding this game, you're probably making a decent chunk of MT between different things over the week, playing the game, exchanging things, swapping cards from your collection that you might have for the sellable version or whatever, the unsellable version, just making different MT in different ways from playing the game. With that being said, the pack odds are pretty bad now, and because Galaxy Opals are less expensive now that they started putting dark matters in the player market, that makes it so where Galaxy Opal pulls make you a lot less of your MT back, so it basically becomes dark matter or bust from opening packs, and that's only a 3% chance, so really bad odds even with MT. In my personal opinion, I would stick to trying to lock in sets at this point in the year if you are still playing the game and trying to complete this. That's just my opinion though, and while we didn't get exceedingly lucky with Karl Malone this week, at the end of the day, it kind of is what it is. I will say, I appreciate y'all for watching as always. Appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. And shout out to my boy Anthony for helping me out with this video as well. Because I know y'all like to see these lock-in videos and stuff. And did not have the MT on my own account to do so. So, with that being said, that is going to do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. And I appreciate y'all. Peace.